Hi everyone, Trina here, and I just was going to try to get out another video because it seems like a lot of the people were sharing our visions and our experiences of what happens when we travel and are trying to open up our consciousness to the inner mind and inner aspects of our inner eye. And so I thought I would share a little bit more of what I've been kind of working on recently. Like I said, these are works in progress. I don't understand them all the way yet, but it seems like when I share these things, you guys are helping me put the pieces together, which is completely amazing because I always knew we would do this together. So this is why I'm going to share, and I just wanted to give you some of what I've been seeing lately. So this is called the Hidden 13 and the eye. And what it is I keep seeing portals and stargates and the sun associated with our ancient codes and ancient memories and ancient past. So I keep seeing like the 13 crystal skulls. There's 13 of them. We have a 12 zodiac, and then there's that 13 that I was shown holds everything together. It's like the center that projected all of it out of it. So it's the center, and then the 12 come out of the center wheel. So that I've been seeing that over and over again for quite a while. So when we look at the 12, we're looking at 12 hours of the day. Time is associated with 12. We have 12 months, 12 zodiac signs, 12 cranial nerves, 12 solar ganglii, 12 disciples. So these 12s have always been to me as like the messengers of God, the information centers that we have inside of our bodies, the way that we can bring this information through different attributes, personalities, wisdom-based sets. It's like different libraries of information within the 12 system. So we see it as a zodiac, and I think it's a mixture of animal consciousness, alien consciousness, and then the organic man consciousness. And the connection through the soul and the solar aspects of us is the part that gives us the information to navigate in this matrix, and it has the information to when it goes into something, the soul essence, it becomes that which it enters. I'm still working on this whole concept of this, but I've seen that that's one of our connections to everything is through the soul. And I was seeing that the soul is connected to the fire in the belly and then the fire in the mind. So we've got two ignition points in the body that work through the heart. So it seems like so many of us are still trapped into the lower chakras. That's being stuck in the matrix, and so many people aren't going to wake up and they're going to just sit in those lower chakras, and that's okay because it's part of what they're supposed to do. But like a lot of us here, we're merging the upper chakra, the upper fire, and the lower fire within, and it's changing the colors, and that's what the red and the blue and purple, love, love, love. I think that's what that means. It's the merging of these chakras, the merging of the dual aspects of mind, and hitting 0 point. And 0 point is still point, and the still point is the pause between, and it's the rest and the motion. It's the part in between when it moves again. It's the 0 point, which is all potential, because you can go anywhere from that 0 point. So 0 point is a terminology of if you learn cranial sacral therapy, when you get people into a certain state, they 0 point. And when they 0 point, they literally, it's almost like a computer reboot. Like it's a full electromagnetic reboot that happens to the body. It's so amazing. I had a spinal injury from doing a back handspring because I was a gymnast, and I was doing work in aerials all day, so I was pulling my arms up for the aerial. Well, when I went to do the back handspring, I, for whatever reason, pulled my arms up and I went straight down on my head, and it knocked me unconscious, and when I woke up, the whole right side of my body was on fire. And when the pain got so bad, it would just knock me unconscious again. So I was looping through this, and I looped through this 3 times until I regained consciousness and stayed conscious. But this pain it was amazing. So I didn't break my neck, but I did like cord damage to my neck. So I just had this burning. I mean, it was like somebody had stuck a knife in the back of my neck, and it was like constant. But, you know, it's happened when I was young. I was like 15 or 16. And after so many years, you just get used to it, and it's just part of you, and you work with the pain, and it was whatever, because I couldn't take medications because they just knocked me out. It was like nothing would work. So I just dealt with it. And used cannabis, though, for when it was really bad, because that helped more than anything, and it doesn't mess me up. So that was a huge benefit for pain management. But so I went to school, and I got this session, and it was cranial sacral therapy. And the girl that did the session on me, oh, she's amazing. This is like one of her gifts. But anyways, she did this session on me, and I did my reset, and I did my healing, and it fixed that pain in my neck. I mean, it's not completely 100% gone, but oh my gosh, I mean, like, I get tightness and stuff, but people get that normally. So it could be just normal stuff because I work hard, and, you know, I get tight right here. So that could be from working, because that burning, like that nerve damage, that deep fire, it completely went away. And it was instantaneous. And it was so funny because, you know, like I said, we're used to our pain. I didn't even realize it was gone for like 3 weeks. I didn't even know. And then I was at school, and we were talking, and I was telling her how much I loved this session, and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know that pain in my neck? I was like, now that I think about it, it's gone. And I was like, because I was like, it felt like such a powerful healing. And I was like, I wonder what it did, because I knew it heals birth traumas and all this stuff. I was like, I wonder what it did. Oh, it healed that pain in my tissue. It was the weirdest thing. So just want to let you guys know, if you guys have like nerve damage stuff, stuff like this, it seems to be a really wonderful modality for tinnitus, all kinds of weird stuff. A lot of athletes use this modality, and it seems to reset something on a neurological system if you can get into the 0 point and hit that reset button. And it's a beautiful, beautiful modality. And find a practitioner, and I mean, try it if you have any kind of weird, stubborn stuff that just doesn't seem to move. So I had amazing results with this in my neck, and I had come to the conclusion, I'm probably stuck with this pain. It'll probably be there for the rest of my life. And then all of a sudden, ta-da, it was just gone. So it was really amazing. So this is the power of the 0 point. The 0 point connection. I don't know how, but it was showing to me that it was connected to like our holographic blueprint. So I was seeing like a circle, like okay, they showed me like our eye, and then you know how we have the white part, and then we have the color part, and then we have the pupil. So we have the pupil, then the iris, and then the white, the big white part of the eye. They were showing me like those are layers of different stargates, layers of our being on different vibrational realms or universal consciousness. It's kind of hard to explain, but they were showing me that we're like 3 layers deep into the consciousness of what we really are, at the top of what we are. So like the human earth part of this is within the pupil. It's within like layer 1, and that is activated, and we are connected through the eye, through the solar plexus, and through the pineal gland. So like the solar plexus, to me, I'm starting to understand the concept of this would be like the intuitive, the gut part, the part that's trained to all the blueprint of this construct. And then the mind's eye, the fire in the mind, is the higher realms. It can get to the higher levels of your consciousness. And I was being seen that these are 3 levels of consciousness. And the biggest one is the omniverse, the collective omniversal mind, which is like some people have called this Godhead, and that would be like a good analogy of what I was kind of seeing, was a Godhead, like it's kind of like the monad, because it's one, but it's huge and it's everything. So this would be like the omniversal omega part of your consciousness. And then the next level was the universal or astral. So that's like the layers right above us, that we have communication to the astral levels, astral travel, all this fun stuff within these astral realms. And then the one beneath that would be where we're at now, which is Earth, and this construct, and this reality, in this time as we know now. So they were showing me that there's the 3 deep amnesia. We're 3 deep in the consciousness, or 3 eyes, or 3 identities deep. You identify your body. We hold the codes all the way to the omniverse. Go through the sun. The sun carries the codes to this construct. Now, I don't know if this is actually our sun, or if this is what they would call the true sun, or maybe even the black sun, or whatever, but I was shown a pupil. So we might be going in, diving in, going down, versus what they always say, go to heaven, go up. We might be looking at a reversal. And I was just on an email with somebody who was telling me that they had the same kind of gnosis going on, and I completely concur that this might be a potential. So, okay, so this true sun, if we could find the path to the true sun, the inner eye, make the 2 one, the connection to the universal sun. The universal sun, then you will open up to the omniversal great central sun. The great central sun. The sun here, inner eye. Thus, this is the center of the earth, the center of the universe, and the center of the omniverse. So then I was being drawn to being shown that we are stars, and that we are atom. So like the stars above is the reflection of the as above of what we are with our light, our spark. And then the atom is the inside, the below part, that's the spark. And then I was also seeing too, as above, so below. Spark in the mind, spark in the fire of the gut, in the heart. It's the gut, the solar plexus, the solar charge. So we've got 2 fires that we're working with. And then you can create with those, connecting and send them through the heart, which is the gate. It's the portal. So they were showing me the heart is the portal. So it says, connect the dots with light. All of us are the light. It's amazing to see that we are the stars, and I could see the stars connecting, like making line to line, creating patterns of geometry and dancing as they went towards and back and forth to each other. It was like motion and rest, and it sounded like a symphony. There was sound emanating, so when the stars would connect, it would produce a sound. And then it was beautiful the way they would strobe after they would receive the pulse from another star. It felt like inspiration. That's what it felt like, inspiration, like aha moment, or good to see you. It was just this familiar it was awe-inspiring, I guess would be the best frequency, it felt like. And then I heard, that's you, meaning us, the ones in this community, the ones who are doing this kind of work. They were saying, this is you guys, this is you. And it's like this is us. And I just knew it was you guys. And that was really amazing. And then I was like, okay. Then I was thinking about nothing new under the sun. The information, it's always been there. And then I heard, yes, but you came to create something new. And I was like, something new? Nothing new under the sun. How would we create something new? Oh my God, connect to the other sun, because the other sun holds new codes, new information. And it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. So I knew that we were supposed to connect to the new sun, and the new sun connection, I don't know that many people have gone to this bank for this information. So this might be new stuff hitting the planet because we're going to a new portal in essence. So I knew it would be very difficult, that we would need to try to find a way to make something new. Then I kept seeing it's the narrow path, it's the balanced walk, it's in the middle, it's in the center, and then it hit me again. It's 0 point. You get there when you go into higher places of your mind. You get there when you reach Kundalini experiences. You get there when you have an orgasm. You get there when you hit 0 point. This is the foundation of creation. It's a bliss energy, and it's powerful, and it resets everything in the body, and it can reset the vibration and reset the reality at the same time. I was showing that these are potentials when you reset and go to 0 point, or go to the still point, which is the part in between with all potential. So they were showing me that this is where you go to be like Jesus, accessing the DNA, accessing the codes that were sleeping. You retrieve them through the inner eye, the inner vision. The codes are within you. Do the same. The same as understanding what's in the blood and the bone. The blood and the bone are omniversal. When enough of us can receive these activations through the awakening, we will wake up the blood and the bone. The blood and the bone is the spirit and the water. The water and the spirit. It's like the water and the wine. The entire collective will eventually attrain to it once enough of us activate. Our connection to the sun, or the sun inner vision. So the sun, they're showing me that the sun, the true sun, is our inner vision. So they're saying our connection to the sun may truly be our salvation. And that made me laugh. I'm like, oh, the Christians are on to that one. That part's right. Because they showed me that, and I just had to start laughing. I was like, okay, so our true salvation might really be through the sun. But the sun is not this plastic Jesus thing, and it's not the religion. It's not none of that. It's your connection to your own inner eye. Your ability to become awakened and to know that you are more than the body, to know that you're spirit and soul having a body human experience, but you're bigger than the body. So they're showing me that the salvation truly does come through the sun, but the sun is the inner eye. So, oh, that made me laugh. I thought that was funny. And they were like, and through getting into the sun that's outside of this construct, we would be able to receive new light codes and new information, and would be part of the Great Awakening to help transform everything. It would be through going to this great central sun for the new codes. So as we started to move, then it showed me like a genetically thing that we're moving from like 5D to 6D, and that the new souls, they're like flowers. I don't know how to explain this part yet. And that we would start working together through the inner eye, having a balanced mind. The balanced mind would be in the blending. It would get rid of the dividing. It is now time to blend the left and the right brain, the masculine and the feminine, to begin to stay in the 0 point, or the creative space. The subconscious programs need to be dealt with and cleaned up. It is time to deal with the fear-based and all self-defeating programs. It is time now to forgive yourself and others. It is time to come into the gnosis that these are lessons for the soul's growth. It is information. It is nothing more. You can release the charge and heal the body through an acceptance that all things must exist in fullness. So every part of us, every one of us has to bring in different experiences of all shapes, sizes, colors, frequencies for creation itself to experience the fullness of itself. So we need to stop judging our experiences and our past. We need to start focusing on now, and what you feel right now, and what you express right now, and how your vibration is resonating right now, because this is going to be the work. The work is to keep your brain in a harmonious 0 point field which is through balance. When you're balanced, you can create. So there, it's like the message is start to create and start to focus on new information, new things. Show me something new. I keep hearing it. Show me something new. This will bring in the highest level frequencies and the highest level information into this reality. And I think we are the beacons and we are the antennas and the ones that will bring it in. So, okay, where was I? Okay, we come here into this experience to create. Death is a part of this knowledge. It is an absolute part of this experience. But life is eternal, so there is no death. In all reality, there is only one transition from another transition. One place to another place. Energy never dies. It can only transmute or transform from wave to form, wave to form. The dance never stops, and within that dance is the music of the spheres. Motion and rest, sounds and tones and colors, all dancing in an endless ocean of beauty and opportunity and life. Then I was drawn to information about stargates and how the all-seeing eye and the sun are somehow connected to the stargates. The stargates have all three within: the Father, the Mother, and the Son. The electro push, the magnetic pull, and the energy that is created from it. So, Father is the monad, the singular one. Mother is the all of all matter and creation. She is feminine. She is the womb. And the Son, or the soul, is the electromagnetic combination of the two joined as one, producing the I. L, the ray, the raw, the magnetics, the pull, the fruition, or friction, or sparks. So the sun, or the soul, or the spark, the sun is the emanation of the force and the hard drive code, emanation of this earth. The sun of this earth, I believe it might be in our own body and also outside of our body. Somehow it is one and the same. The sun of this earth is the sun within. To connect to the true sun inside the earth might be the way to open up different stargates of our inner eye. The true light in the heart, connected to the solar plexus, connected to the pineal gland. I see within the pineal gland, I see coned crystals, and scientists spoke about this, but the way I see those is each one goes to different places or destinations. These are multiple stargates within the pineal gland, and I think we got the same thing going in the heart, and I think the same thing going in the solar plexus. So I can't validate this yet. I'm still working on that, but I keep seeing that when the pineal gland hits and the information, it's like the pineal gland's receiving the information codes to activate the wisdom of the mother in the solar plexus, and when that's blended and combined, we move forward with action because we have the image and we can see where to go, and that's the activation. It makes that image, and that image is formed through mother, but the solar plexus working with the sun, it's like it's all connected somehow so intimately. It's like you see one part and you see it just go out into multiple other at the same time. It's everything is consciousness. It's so amazing. Consciousness is so powerful. And it's what's driving this entire everything. It's consciousness, it's thought, and it is mental, it is mind. It's amazing. It's consciousness. So we are consciousness. And when we die, our consciousness does not die. So when you drop your body, you're going to wake up somewhere else. So I think you're going to wake up where you believe and what you vibrate at. So learn now to create really good options for yourself. Get the wisdom, get the knowledge, and start to learn how to travel. Because you're going to travel when your body drops. Because once this body drops, you're going to travel. So get ready for it. If you aren't already doing it, know that this is going to happen. And when you drop this body, you are going to be awake somewhere else. So the more I know about this, is the more I believe that that is absolutely true. You are bigger than your flesh. Never forget that. You are animating your flesh, but when your flesh drops, your temple drops, your spirit will depart from it, and it is still intact. And I think even people with dementia and stuff, I think for whatever reason, once you get through that, it might take a little bit because you're going to be kind of loopy, but you'll regain the fullness of your body. And the Akash and your two messengers, those are the two messengers, and they're attached to, somehow I keep hearing a cloud. So I think this is the Akash or the cloud. That's why they say you will meet Jesus in the clouds. When you meet Jesus in the clouds, what they're saying is you're opening up your inner eye, and you can see things and perceive wisdom that you can't get on the earthly realm. So it doesn't work here. It only works in the higher realms. You can only solve problems of this reality with a different mind, because if you try to do the same thing over and over expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. So to truly solve a problem, you must go to a different part of the mind to find a solution. And that's what happens when you start asking questions. You start opening doors and pathways to new information. So this, I think, is the key to changing everything, is seeking and paying attention to our frequency and asking questions, and just keep diving, guys, because we're getting there. So, okay. So the mom and the father and the son, the electro, the magnetic, and the manifestation. Those are another trinity that I see within us. So to connect to the sun inside, it will open the Stargate or the inner eye. And like I said, I think there's multiple paths for that. And then I saw also too that the Stargate is a heart. So I will probably save that for a little bit later, maybe even later tonight. I'm trying to get this information out, but like I said, I can only digest it and get it into words. It takes a little bit. So I'm going as fast as I can. Hopefully this helps you guys put some dots together, and you can maybe help me fill in some dots, because I'm learning just like you all are learning. This is just where I'm going with my questions. So this is the information that I'm receiving. And the next one that I'm going to be talking about is how I see the earth shall be destroyed by fire. And that fire is waking up our minds. And it's going to ignite the fire in the mind, the fire in the solar plexus. And then we're going to express it through our hearts. So that's the destruction by fire. That's the Armageddon that people speak of. So fear not, guys. We came here to win. So let's do it. So yeah, that's the next one. Will be about the heart and about how we will destroy the world by fire. And that will be because we will wake up. And when we wake up, we will know. And once we transfer from I believe to I know, it's game over. We win. And then we're going to fix this planet, because we gotta start working on Mama Earth. She needs our support. She needs our love. Everybody, every day, every time you take a shower, every time you can use water, think about the gift of the water and think about what it does for us as a human species, and send favor and bliss and love and gratitude and thank you, thank you, thank you. And start loving and loving and loving the water, because we need to. I think it's really important. So I love you all. Balance our minds. Create like the masters that we were born to be. Start walking, acting, teaching like Jesus, because that's what that means to me. It's a way of being, not a personal religious concept. It's an actual way that we were supposed to be and become. And the faster we can activate is the faster we're going to see profound changes. And we are the seeds for the new way. So let's start making sure our seeds are as filled with gnosis and wisdom as we can get them. And then let's start planting seeds. And I have a feeling too, as above, so below. This means, guys, we're going to need to plant seeds on the earth too. Real, physical, tangible seeds, because we're having a tree problem and it's pretty serious. So think about planting seeds and planting trees anywhere you can. Even if they're at your home, in your front yard, we need to plant some more seeds and more trees because our trees are getting seriously damaged. So I love you all. Be the frequency you wish to receive, as Brian always says. And know I love you all, and may soul be with us all, because through the soul, I think, is how we get to see, and through the seeing is the sun and the soul, when they're as one, we're going to be able to see what we need to see and know what we need to know. So, balanced wholeness to you all, balanced mind, 0 point as often as possible. And I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Have a great day.